Hey y'all, it's Celt. Let's talk about why those alpha male podcast bros care so much about a woman's body count. Roll clip.
The only reason a man would be concerned about a woman's body count is because he's terrible in bed. Period.
So that's my TikTok mutual, Callie. I'll link her in the description, but she is 100% correct. Those alpha male podcast bros, the ones that try to present themselves as dating gurus, care about a woman's body count because they're bad in bed. And they know this. And we know that they know this because they tell us that they know this.
Never date a woman with a high body count. She's statistically more likely to have damaged her long-term ability to pair bond with a mate. Women initiate 80% of divorces, and that number jumps to 90% among college-educated women. The second reason is she's most likely been alpha widowed. At some point in her past, she's probably slept with someone who's better than you. Better looking, more money, better at sex, taller, you name it. She will always be comparing you to this male. She's obviously more at risk for having STDs as well. Why is she not able to retain anyone? How has she slept with 20 guys and not in a relationship? And you think you're her soulmate at number 21?
So he talks about a lot of reasons why a man should be concerned about a woman's body count, but only one of those points really matters when understanding his thought process. And that's the part where he starts talking about alpha widows. The rest of it is just a distraction from why they're worried about a woman's body count. His first claim that a woman with a high body count has destroyed her ability to pair bond is completely bogus. There's no scientific backing for that claim whatsoever. It's just something that they say. But saying something like that makes them feel better about themselves when they can't actually maintain a relationship due to their toxicity. If you are bad in bed and you treat a woman like garbage outside of bed, she's not going to pair bond with you. It's not her number of partners, it's the fact that you're not worth bonding with. So much like other aspects of the red pill and pickup artistry, they've created a term to try to make this seem like it's a problem with women instead of an internal problem that they need to work on themselves. And that term in this case is alpha widow. The term alpha widow can be traced back to this man, Rollo Tomassi. Rollo Tomassi is one of the red pill's major gurus. He's made an entire career out of promoting this red pill pickup artistry garbage. He was one of the old school writers on pickup artistry forums such as So Suave, and then later created a book and blog called The Rational Male. He claims to have coined the phrase alpha widow, and more than likely he's correct that he is the first person to use it on the So Suave forum back in the day. But the idea is if a woman has ever been with a true alpha back in her party days, no matter what, she is going to remember that relationship over her current husband who is a beta. If it sounds like junk science, it's because it is. The whole idea of the red pill is based off the debunked wolf study of the alpha male of the pack. So Tomassi and other people who promote the red pill ideology state that a woman who is going to remember her party days because 5 minutes with an alpha is better than 5 years with a beta. The man that she dated in her party days before she hit the sexual marketplace wall is going to forever live in her mind. He was better looking, he did better in bed, he was more successful than everything other than her beta husband. The irony being with that mentality, if it was true, the alpha that they all claim to be would never care about being with an alpha widow. Because again, by their logic, the alpha would know he's an alpha and that he is not going to have to worry about dating an alpha widow. He is the person who makes alpha widows. And that a person who would be worried about a woman's body count and if she's an alpha widow would then be a beta. So by their own logic, in their own ideology, they're admitting that they're bad in bed, they're not successful, and that they're the betas that they call everybody else. So caring about a woman's body count is the biggest self-own that they could do. They're admitting that they're not an alpha. They'll never be an alpha. And that they're nothing more than the beta that they try to claim everyone else is. To me, this just seems like a long, convoluted way to get around having to admit that you're bad in bed and have no desire to learn how to get better. Which is really interesting for an ideology whose recommended reading list contains a book called The Sex God Method. Pretty sure there's not a lot of women lining up to worship.